I'm not gonna lie, sitting down and writing this speech was hard for me because I'm a person who thinks in terms of science. Once I realized high school is essentially one big science experiment, I sought to approach it like someone completing a lab report. The gist of a lab report includes a hypothesis, an experiment, and a reflection. My hypothesis for the high school experiment was that playing football and basketball and being a part of many organizations would give me a meaningful experience and success. However, there were certain variables that I did not account for in this experiment, like COVID, distractions, and having to work. In my experiment, the only way to really test the idea was to try. This quest for understanding and exploration took me down a path in high school that taught me about not only myself, but life. In general, high school is the perfect time to experiment. It is a time to learn who we are, what we enjoy, and to take risks. For instance, I gave football a try my freshman year, but I found out midway through the season that football is not for me. That same year, I tried basketball and was a member of P-Tech and learned that those were not right for me either. Now, with all the failed experiments, I could have stopped trying and stayed in my comfort zone. But even though the previous experiments did not produce the results I predicted, I used the information gathered to reflect and learn. From my short time playing football, I learned to take care of the little things and the bigger things will take care of itself. Through P-Tech and basketball, I found that they were not right for me academically and socially, so it forced me to seek out activities that served my goal. In any strong lab report, there must be reflection. The only way for us to learn and grow is by looking back, examining decisions and using that information to create a new hypothesis. My reflection on my high school experiment is that I should never be afraid to continue trying new things. We learn from the shortcomings and analyze the errors to forge a new path. That is what makes our class so special. We grew and we learned from the failed experiments. Of course, there will be moments when we feel we do not have conclusive data and give up. However, we must always keep on searching for answers. Just think about it. If great scientists like Madame Curie or Jonas Salk failed and gave up, we would not have treatments for cancer or a polio vaccine. During COVID, we all had to change our approach to a new way of life. As a class, we embraced the search for new directions and potential areas that can be fixed in the next experiment. As said by the late, great Kobe Bryant, dedication makes dreams come true. Our dedication as a class and as individuals will enable us to achieve greatness. We all have different values and experiences in our lifetimes that set each of us apart. We draw from these values and pursue our next step with purpose. In the lab, you're almost never alone. There will be someone with you helping you along the way. While I conducted my experiment, I had the support of my family, friends, and an amazing group of teachers. They were the reason I did not give up on the experiment. We have reached the finish line. Congratulations to my fellow lab partners who have concluded our clinical trial. Now until the next great experiment. Thank you. As Dr. Flynn said every Friday for most of my high school career, be good people, make good decisions, and be proud members of the Blue Devil Nation. Thank you.